Morning YouTubers. As you can see, that is a fifth wheel gooseneck prep package factory, but I installed it. So, and there you have your wiring harness, and I got my little overlander stuff, but that's the plug. Anyways, I'll tell you guys, I'm gonna make this sweet and short. You don't need a forklift, you don't need any kind of lift. I used a jack with a 4x4 and some 4x4 blocks to hold the bed up. You got to remove these 8 bolts in the bed, and unfortunately for me I had to take out my auxiliary tank because the 2 front bed bolts you cannot get to if you have a tank. So I will tell you, one of the hardest parts of this install for me was removing the Linux or Rhino coating over the bolts. And what I had to do was, let me see if I can get this focus. This first little circle around here was, I just took an X-Acto knife and I cut around this edge, took some needle nose with a flathead and peeled it over. Now this is some, I touched it up with some undercoating paint, as you can see, but that was the hardest part. That took me a long time to get all that cut off because this stuff is thick. And then let's go around here. You just put on your outer brackets right there, and you probably already have the inner ones welded on. Most people do. So what I did was, once you get drill the holes in your bed first, do that, and then what you do, remove all the bolts, right? You don't need to disconnect your fuel. You don't disconnect any of that. There's plenty of slack. You do have to go under the back and disconnect the 2 plugs that everybody else recommends on the bed, or pop out the little snap downs that they have going through the bumper. That's all I did, pop them out, so it gives them some slack. Once you got your bed loose like that, what I did was, in this frame rail right here, I put my floor jack down here with a 4x4. You could probably use a 2x4 because this bed's not heavy. I started jacking up under here, and after about 3 pumps, I had enough clearance. Let me go over here. I put a 4x4 under there, and a 4x4 under there, and the same on the other side. And I slid that heavy piece of metal that is the fifth wheel plate from this side, and you can just set it up here on the tire, slide it across, and then the little ears on the other side will catch on that inner bracket and go to the other side, straighten it out, put your bolts through, and make sure you follow the instructions on the torquing. So you do the Torx inner ones first, because that's where those alignment pins are. Then do the outer ones, and then do your frame brackets that come through the side. So everything's lined up, and you do the electrical. The electrical was easy. When I had my tailgate off, you can't see it right here. When I had my tailgate off, you could pop off the your electrical plug for your trailer hitch connector, put the T in there, and then just run it up through. And mine didn't come with a template. I ordered it from, I don't know, Leviton Ford or one of those back east or Midwest. And then you just, I made my own little template there. Drill 4 holes for the screws, and then it's got the easy nuts that go on the back side, and then I think it was an 1.25 inch hole saw for the plug to go through. And then lower your bed down, man. I know somebody says these are one-time use bolts, but a lot of people have reused them. I put some anti-seize on there, zipped them back down. You will need this special T24 Torx for those, and then put your caps on. But there's a lot of good videos out there. I watched a lot, people using forklifts, Jeep top lifts to get their bed up. But then I saw some people saying you can pick it up, put 4x4s under there. So I just jacked up one side at a time, and it turned out good. And putting those little plastic rings on, if you guys watch, you just kind of bend them backwards. There's a couple guys on the videos, and even the instructions will tell you to like pull them back and then snap them in the little slot they go in. And that's it, man. That's factory fifth wheel prep hitch aftermarket install. Thanks, guys.